What's good? It's your boy June 5th, June Money.
What's
I'm
up,
chilling.
everybody? It's your boy June 5th, June Money. I need y'all to hit that like button for me.
I got you right now. Boom. Trails, what's up, young blood?
I'm just chilling, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. I just got off work. Now I'm just doing my content, man. Just doing the
I
content.
heard that, man. Man, I
Feel
had
me?
checked it out by 607
Yeah, man. How you feel about that?
man.
How you feel
Well,
about it,
I
man?
I just watched a little bit with him on now, man, and it kind of shot out, man. I got to really watch that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
for sure.
some of
He
the
he
shit
he
they were
basically
saying was kind of fruity.
Yeah, nah, he was basically saying this, and no disrespect to Islam, he was saying that, oh, Muslims pray 5 times a day with they ass in the air, so that mean they gay. How you feel about those
Yeah.
statements, bro?
Now, I didn't see that part of that, but that's a lot of bull because see, when we going
Mm-hmm.
into the position of what they call the Saja position, so when he's saying that, when we going into that position, that is what's called the Saja position. That is full submission to the
Okay.
will of Allah. That means that we is at
Okay.
our vulnerable point. We is at our most
Right.
vulnerable point you can ever be. It's like being into a fetal state.
He was saying that it's a rule in Islam, and I'm not sure if this true or not, that y'all not supposed to lay down. Like when y'all go to sleep, y'all not supposed to lay down like face down with y'all in the air type shit.
No, and we're not. It is saying, see, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, if you lay on your right side,
Hmm.
this was a healthy purpose, meaning that your heart can actually pump the blood through your body. And if you lay
Okay.
on your stomach or on your face, that means you have difficulty sometimes with the breathing or so forth. It was a reason why the Prophet, peace be blessed be upon him, said for the Muslims to pray on the side if it's what I would say, if it's permissible for them to lay instead of on their left side. Some people have to be on the left side, but if you can avoid laying face down, you should avoid that.
Right. So it got nothing to do with sexual, homosexual,
No,
nothing.
no,
He just clout
no.
chasing. He just basically clout
Yes,
chasing,
yes,
making religious jokes and shit, right?
yes,
which I
exactly,
which I
exactly.
do understand. Like this is the age of like trolling and this, that, and the third. But some stuff is going too far, and then oh, they'll be like, oh, the Muslims put a hit out on them. The Muslims did this to them. But
Yeah,
then, but then on the other side of that, look what he's saying about a whole
exactly.
organization. You get what I'm saying? So then, are we
Yes.
supposed to feel sorry for this guy if something happens to
No,
him?
no, we
Yeah,
don't
you see
feel
what I'm
sorry
saying?
for him. It's the
Mhm.
same way. It's the same way uh, that when they come out with the cartoon
Okay.
um, image of Prophet Muhammad, and when you come out with something that an image of the Prophet, that is a disgrace to the Muslim, especially to the Sunni
Okay.
Muslims, the ones that follow the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. That's why we are called Sunni Muslims, because we
Okay.
follow the
Okay.
Sunnah, which is the way and the lifestyle of Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings
Right.
be
Right.
upon him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So,
Mhm.
all right. This is another point. This is another point that he be bringing up. I'm sticking to 607 Unc for like two more questions. Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
So the first question: do you believe that the world is a simulation?
Assimilation means the world is assimilation, mean that it is a copy of another world.
Meaning like we living in 3D world. Like it's not what it seems. It's just what we manufacturing in our mind type shit. Like you get what I'm saying? Do that
Well,
make sense?
when yes, yes. Well, when you come to the Quran in so many words, it says that this life that we're living in is not the true reality. meaning that this
Okay.
life is just a passing point, a journey, something that we are
Okay.
going through to get to what is considered the next world. So
Okay.
some people have taken that out of context and formed their own text with it.
But basically, I kinda agree with 607 Unc that the world is a simulation, but he's trying to make it
Uh-huh.
seem like as if like, you know, everything is created in our mind and through our thoughts. But in reality, everything is created through our actions. Like if we wanted to create another app instead of YouTube, right? We could create that
Uh-huh.
thought in our mind, but we gotta put out the actions in real life to manifest it. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So one of the things he says is he puts the message out there hard to deliver the real message. So he reeled people in with the saying, "Oh, Islam is this," and he dissed the gang a couple weeks ago and stuff like that, right? But those things
Uh-huh.
those things can seriously get someone hurt. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
why it's like, hmm
Yes. And when it comes to the Muslims, the one who believe in the religion of Al-Islam, it says that, people will put this in. It's the same thing that was brought to the Arabs. The Arabs was, it's like nomads, ones who just travel from here and far. However, the Arabs was real good in what we call poetic thoughts, thoughts that can dazzle the mind. So it was brought to Prophet Muhammad to say that, and I have to find the surah and the ayat, which is chapter and the verse, where it says that if you can produce one, it said that if you can produce a chapter, and it went on down and say, no, if you can produce this one ayat, one verse of this to prove that it is wrong, then do that. And as we speak today, it has not been proven by any religious cult, any religious organization. They cannot dispute that the Quran is the undisputable word of Allah.
okay,
It
all right,
has, it even went so far to scientists try to dispute, and it was said that scientists had recognized that the two waters from the salt and the palatable water would run together, but there was some like of dividing in between that, and it speaks in the Quran that this was done over 1400 years ago. It was revealed to Prophet Muhammad that these two waters join one another, but they doesn't transgress one another. I mean, you're going to have the salt water on one side and the fresh water. And as we speak today, if you was
mhm,
to go to that, you can see where the salt water and the fresh water hit, but they don't transgress one another. And the
right,
scientists just figured this out about 70 years ago. So no matter what they come with, they can't dispute what the Quran says about it.
right, right. Okay, so all right, since we on Islam, right? Why
Mhm.
do Muslims pray 5 times a day?
Okay, you have five prayers in the religion of Al-Islam. One of them is more than that, but the five obligatory prayers mean that mean you is obligated. It's mandated that you make the Fajr prayer. The Fajr is the breaking of the dawn, meaning that
Okay,
you pray before you get up. You're thanking the Creator for this. Then you have what is called the Zuhr prayer, the noon prayer, which is at its zenith, at its high, but it's falling. I mean, you have to make that prayer, that salat. Then you make,
okay,
because time is going within its day, then you make the
right,
Asr prayer, the mid-afternoon prayer, because man is so busy. So make the Asr prayer, because you got to take time out to worship your Lord, meaning pull away from all the worldly activities and go and prostrate to your Lord. Then you have what
okay,
is called the Maghrib prayer. This is the evening prayer when the sun is setting, letting your Lord know that, hey, I have made it throughout this day. And at the
right,
end of the day, you have what is called the Isha prayer. The Isha prayer is the night prayer, meaning that before you lay down and go into bed, you should make Isha. You make Isha prayer, thanking your Lord for the day that He allowed you to see. and it
Okay.
starts all over again.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That make
And
perfect
that's
sense.
why, the Muslims make the prayer, because there's a lot Muslims say, "Oh, we just praying." No, this is to discipline, to give you discipline, to let you know that it's time for your Lord. It's time for your Lord to bow down and prostrate to your Lord, the Creator of all things. Take out the time, retract yourself from the daily things, the worldly activities, and give your
Mhm.
Lord back what He needs.
Right. Right. Nah, that made perfect sense because we
Mm-hmm.
supposed to, as Christians, we supposed to pray before we eat. We supposed to pray before we go to sleep, when we go to
Mm-hmm.
church, when we wake up, things like that. So that's basically the same way, but at the same time, it's like y'all, it's written into y'all doctrine. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man. So
Hang on for a minute.
you go. Yeah, that's interesting. Shout out everybody who might be in the chat right now. What you say? June, you are making a point when he speaks on. You are right as well. Oh yeah, hell yeah. 607 Unk, not the punk, is a J cat. Oh yeah, JG was good. He trying to copy Charleston White Lane. That's a fact. It's a wobbler. But he be saying shit that's like, come on, bruh. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that Uda ob remover, bruh. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Like, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. That's lame shit. You feel me? Cause you could start some shit that's like, you see what I'm saying? That's why I understand where people be like, oh, it's racism in the world and this, that, and the third. That's true. You know, it's a lot of racism going on systematically, this, that, and the third. But if you just really sit there and think for a second, like really sit there and think, like ask yourself, who hurt each other worse? Black people or other people hurt black people worse? And to be honest, bro, we do this shit to ourselves. More black people hurt black people than anybody else, bro. Anybody else. A nigga see another nigga with some Jordans on, he getting money. Oh yeah, we about to rob him. Oh, he fuck all the bitches. All right, now I'm about to fuck his bitch. Like, you see what I'm saying? This is the mentality that black people have against each other. Oh, how she got that car? Like, man, she just living off her boyfriend, rather hating, hating. This is the type of shit we do. This the type of shit we do. That's why I understand, like, man, you know, I understand the other religious group or races that feel like, yo, man, I understand black people went through slavery and this, that, and the third. Yes. But, bro, like Blue said, at the end of the day, bro, he got a job before that paid him 200K a year. What does that have to do with racism? What does that have to do with it? Real talk. Because right now, what's our excuse? Real shit. What is our excuse for the stuff that we doing to each other? It can't be just white people forcing us to do this through systematic oppression and this, that, and the third. Like, real talk. The topic of racism comes up a lot in our space, right? And I'm not saying that
Mm-hmm.
racism don't exist. I'm just saying that, like, what about the stuff that we do to each other? What about all these black men that's gunning each other down? Like, bro, it's been 3 shootings in Newark within the last 2 days, bro. You see what I'm saying? A little girl got shot. They done shot somebody broad daylight, walked down with hoodies and ski mask on. Still can't find them. And you know these are black people doing this shit to black people, right? This is black people doing this to black people. So when are we gonna hold
Yeah,
our
that's
people?
terrible.
How when are we gonna hold our people accountable for the actions that we do to us? You see what I'm saying? We doing this shit to
Yeah.
ourselves and then blaming the system. Oh yeah, man. Well, they designed it for us to get locked up. Okay, so if you think that, what about the people like me that didn't go to prison and this, that, and the third? Why wasn't it designed for me to go to prison then? Okay, okay. Did you grow up with Islam?
Oh yes.
You did. Like
Oh
it
yeah.
was taught to you at home.
Yes. My father was Islamic and my mother was Christian.
Okay, okay. So you know about
Mhm.
Christianity.
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's switch to the next one. Okay. Is Trump wilding right now, or is he right for the immigration and the policies that he's putting out? What do you feel about Trump?
Um, I feel that Donald Trump is doing some things that have should have been done,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to the illegal immigrants. And this not only a lot of people think that the illegal immigrants is only Mexicans or Hispanic groups, but it's not. We have Jamaicans over here that's illegal. We have a lot of Asians. I know of a lot of Islamic brothers that's here that own stores and own meat markets, own restaurants that is not legal, and it's going to
Wow.
affect them. It's going to affect them, of course. But however, our law says that you can't be in this country illegal like that, and this is something that should have been done a long way far before Obama was in. So a lot of people say, "Well, Obama let me know." This go way back. This goes all the way back, man, to way back in the '60s and the '70s.
Mhm.
Even with Lyndon B. Johnson, it goes that far back.
Since like the Bush administration, we've been at war with Iraq, right? Now,
Hmm.
did you see recently that we bombed them?
Oh yes, yes, and we fought Iraq for 10 years.
Right. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that was a right choice that the government wait, hold on, let me say this because I forgot to say this. I forgot to say this. A lot of people keep on saying, oh, if you voted for Trump, you a Trump supporter. I'm not necessarily a Trump supporter, but I voted for Trump. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just see it like this. If we're gonna go to war with these major powers like Russia, China, this, that, and the third, we need somebody that's gonna stand on business. We don't need somebody like Biden that's like wishy-washy or Kamala Harris that you don't know what's gonna happen. What if Russia or somebody bomb us? At least I know in my heart Trump gonna ride for America. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
that's really why I voted for Trump. But do I
Hmm.
support him and everything he say and all his bills and this, that, and the third? Nah. Some of the stuff he say is wild, but I think his best intentions is for America, right? So
Hmm.
um Iran, they have like the most gasoline pumps and stuff like that, right? So do you think
Uh-huh.
that if we just found a way to work with them, we all could benefit off of it? Or do you think that the situation with Iraq is just gonna be like this forever?
Yeah, I think it'll be like that forever because these are some things that happened way before Prophet Isa coming, in which Jesus, way before Jesus came on the scene, and they would never be a friend of the United States. They would
Right.
never be on. They could be as an ally, and they would. They doesn't even consider the Western world a real world.
Hmm.
They would if they had they, uh, they have the informants here. They have the what we call that the I can't think of the word, but it's like a secret service, and they is in the churches, they is in the mosques, they is
Hmm.
in the synagogue, and they actually wish death upon America.
Yeah, I know exactly
That's
what you're
why
saying.
I know a lot of I know a lot of my Islamic brothers and
Hmm.
sisters, and the first thing they'll tell you is that they're going to get their schooling over here, and when they leave from here, they're going back to their country.
What's going on,
Okay,
bro?
and
All right.
this is what this is where their loyalty lies at.
Mm-hmm.
And I see what Michael saying that we are all illegal immigrants, but when you say we are all illegal immigrants, we didn't come over here um, illegal. We was brought here or forced here.
Right. Right. But now we citizens though. We not illegals. I was
No,
born in.
you're
I
citizens.
was born here.
Yes,
My father was
yes. So
born here. My mother was born
yeah,
here.
yeah, we're not illegals.
We not illegals. Maybe the other
No.
people that was brought here, you could kind of consider them that. But then again, they was brought over here. You see what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Exactly.
so let me go to the next one. All right, I know you probably been seeing it a lot. Like if you follow Cartoon Channel, if you follow like Dubs, even Goofy Buddy Noel, right?
Yeah.
It's been a lot of online tension between blacks and Mexicans, right? How do you feel about that?
Yes. About what Cartoon is saying?
About what Cartoon is saying, a lot of different podcasters, but yeah, how do you
Yeah.
feel about the whole
And
Mexicans and black shit?
mainly they is only focusing on the Mexicans, the Hispanics, but they're not focusing on the Jamaicans that's here illegal.
Right, right.
You know, they're not focusing on the Asians that's here illegal. If you
Haitians.
came here, yes, if you came here and you didn't come here legal, that means you is an illegal immigrant sitting back to that country.
Okay,
Because but it doesn't
mhm,
affect what we consider the African American people because we was forced here, we was brought here, so we have to
right.
really do our studies and we have to really look it up and see what's going on.
Okay, so
Hmm.
recently, Adam 22 was talking, and he said that he's willing to interview a booty bandit, but Vlad
Hmm.
don't want to do it. Vlad TV said he don't want to interview a booty bandit because it's morally wrong. How do you feel about that?
I feel that if you're going to if you're going to interview a booty bandit, and if this booty bandit have not changed and trying to um, make a right of what he has done, then yes, you shouldn't interview him. But once you find out, if you know that this booty bandit is still participating and doing the things and doesn't have any kind of remorse about the things that he or she have done, then no, you shouldn't interview that person.
Right, because Vlad was specifically speaking on Fleece Johnson. Like he said he got calls and stuff about interviewing Fleece Johnson, but he wouldn't do it because you only famous for graping men, right? So, but
Yes, yes,
Adam is like a fun boy, so he's like, look, I don't care if you grape men. I mean, I really want that interview or whatever. So yeah, I'm like, bro, that's crazy that you would like based off of him graping men. That's how you would give somebody an interview. You see what I'm saying?
exactly.
It's
Hmm.
just crazy what's going on nowadays, bro. Not because somebody
Hmm.
graduated from college or they completed the army.
Man,
Not stuff like that. It's because you was graping men. So then I'll
it's
put you in
not.
front of 4.5 million people.
You
You see
got
what
to
I'm
think of
saying?
that.
That
Yes.
shit's
Hey,
crazy,
June.
bro.
Hey,
Yes.
hang on for 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah. Do your thing. Do your thing. What they say. First citizen. I am indigenous to this land. My father is black. His father is black, man. We've been said this. He said, you mean Adam 12. Yeah, Adam 16. Fucking nasty boy. And Lil Pump said he got the videos too of Adam. But he can't put it out though, because, the girls are 16. Like, that's crazy as hell. And he was 40 something years old when he was managing Lil Pump. 40 something years old, bro. But hey, he got one of the biggest YouTube channels. Not that it matters, but this what people gonna say. Oh yeah, he's successful though, bro. He's successful, but look, he's scum. He's scum of the earth, gang. All right, let me get to okay. So now I'm gonna ask you some Alabama questions, right? Um, I think I asked you this before. Have you ever heard of the rapper Grave Digger Quez?
Oh yeah. Well, I only saw him today.
Okay, yeah, he from Birmingham, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this what happened, right? Him and his cousin was arguing, and his cousin basically was like, "Yo, bro, go to the store and get me a mile," right? So he go to the
Uh huh.
store, he get his cousin a black and mild. But he says when he get back from the store, his cousin's still pacing back and forth, but he got his gun in his hand. So he like, yo,
Uh
cuz,
huh.
I know we argued earlier, but just chill out. You feel me? So
Mhm.
he says he went to the back or whatever to get away from his cousin. His cousin smokes the whole mile, right? Without him,
Uh huh.
type shit. So he starts to spaz out on his cousin. His cousin,
Yeah.
drunk, with a gun on him, shoots Quez in the leg, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Quez instantly grabs his gun, shoots him in the head, and then shot him all up, killed his cousin, right? Now he started
Damn.
making rap songs about it. He started making interviews about it, like basically bragging about killing his cousin, right? So then he went on live
Mhm.
stream one day, and his mom is in the back yelling at him like, "Nigga, you bragging about killing your own family member, rada." But his whole argument is, "Ma, he shot me first. He shot me
Yeah.
first." Right? That's why he got
Yeah.
off. That's why this, that, and the third, right? He not in prison for
Yeah.
it. He never got charged with it because the dude
Yeah.
shot him first, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know how you feel about it.
Well, that's the law. If I feel the same way. Question. Now, for us, him getting on there, bragging about it, that's something different. But who to say that this guy, if he hadn't shot him in the head, he probably would have shot and killed this other guy. That rules up on the self-defense.
Right. And
That's
that's what Quez was saying.
yeah, anytime you pull a weapon out in public, anybody that's uh that's armed and has license can shoot that person, regardless if they is involved in the altercation or not, because their life is in jeopardy.
Right. Yeah, bullets don't got no name. That's a fact.
That's right.
Part I don't agree with is him doing all these interviews and bragging about it. Like, the way that I think he should do it is like this. Like, he should tell the story, but say like
Uh-huh.
have remorse. But have remorse. Like,
Oh
man, I
yes.
wish I,
Oh
I
yeah.
I didn't have to do that. Like, this is why people shouldn't play with guns, or this why if you mad and rather you should just walk away. Like, he should be doing that type of shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he
Exactly.
making
I agree.
rap songs called "Fuck My Cousin" and he doing too much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
I
right,
totally
so
agree with.
yeah, and his mom always like cursing him out for it. So it's like,
Yeah.
his family don't agree with it because that's their family too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It, it
that
caused
shit's just
dissension
crazy.
in their family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Okay, so yesterday one of the dudes from the escape had got captured, Antoine Massey, right? Did you see that?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
I saw it.
Yeah, they said somebody got $50,000 for that.
Yeah.
Somebody got 50K for that, right? Okay. So how do you feel about the last one that's still on the run? Do you think he gonna get caught, or do you think he just low?
Um, More than likely, 99% chance he'll get caught because somebody gonna spill the bean on him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Yeah,
and
that's
we
what I
say it
was
like this,
thinking
right?
too.
Somebody in his circle gonna rat him out because when, whenever it comes to that money, man, you'll be surprised how it changes people's whole personality.
Yeah, hell yeah. And he the last one. So
Oh, oh yeah,
if they had 50
oh
on
yeah,
him, they probably got like 250 on him. See what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so is prison escape a common thing? Or is this like a small percentage of people pull it off?
It's a small percentage in Alabama
Hmm.
because majority of the ones that escape, they escape from
Hmm.
like what they consider like work release camps or honor camps, and that is when they have more freedom to intermingle with the public. Now
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
had one escape uh, back at St. Clair, and this was a little bit before my time at St. Clair. It was this the St. Clair Six. They escaped, but they had
Okay.
it plotted out how to get up on the gates and all that stuff, and they had inside help as well. But far as just escaping from prison, especially in Alabama, is hard to do unless you would put on what you call a minimum custody security program, which will allow you to go to work release camps where you can actually work with people considered as being what we say the free world people, like working at McDonald's or
Right, right.
Burger
Like the halfway
King or
house.
something. Yes, halfway house you can escape in, and that's how they get escapes. But for it's physically escaping out of the prison system behind the gates, that's very rare. It's like um, from 1 to 10, I'll say like a 2% chance of you making it out.
Okay, okay. Because that was my next question to you. Like, do you know somebody who ever escaped? Like,
Yeah, I know a couple of guys that escaped from work release camp. Yes, but
okay.
and boys escaping. I knew one guy actually that escaped from Limestone, but like I said, he was an inmate at Limestone, but he was on what they call the dog squad, and the dog squad was one who's actually go out and train the dogs to actually capture inmates, meaning that he goes out and they give him certain trails to make, certain routes to go through, and the dogs will sniff them out and go find them. That's how they trained the dogs back then.
Hmm.
And he was
Okay.
actually one of them that, hey, while he had been trusted, and hey man, he saw an opportunity to try to get away, and he did that.
But how the hell do you get past the barbed wire and all of that shit? Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
see this guy, like I said, this guy him was outside what they call the fence. The only ones that actually I know that escaped from prison through the
Hmm.
wire was St. Clair Six, and they
Mm.
actually they went up under the gate, and they had. Have you ever seen those big 55 gallons plastic garbage cans they sell at like Lowe's
Hmm.
or Harbor Freight, something like that? Yeah, they
Yep.
had made them a way to get out like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was creative right there.
Oh,
That was creative.
oh
But
yeah,
yeah, they
you
got
got
a lot of
a
time to
lot of
think.
creative minds.
Yeah.
Well, they already had life without parole, so they didn't have, they didn't it didn't it can add no more on them. But uh,
Yeah.
and the sad part about them, well, when they got them in a place called Gaston, Alabama, and they was all at a damn bar, man, drinking
Stupid.
and eating. Yeah.
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You look at most guys that's incarcerated, man. Most of us didn't have the monies or the wherewithal to deal with people that had ways for us to escape. You know, when you
Hmm.
escape, you got to actually have um, ways. You got to have monies. You got to have a way or somewhere to go. You know, and
Hmm.
most of the people that's incarcerated is they come from the hood.
Right.
You know, they come from places like that. You can count the ones that's in prison that actually came from prominent families.
Like money.
Yes.
Okay, okay. No, that definitely makes sense. Okay, this kinda going back to the
Yes.
Adam 22 thing, right? When Adam said he would put a booty bandit on his platform, right? Do you think that
Uh-huh.
like alleged booty bandits or actual booty bandits, do you think they should still be able to have a voice, like be able to have social media, or do you think they need to get off social
No.
media because
Yes, yes. Only unless they're using what their past history have done to make a change. Now, for us, Fleece Johnson, um, I totally disagree with him being on social media doing the things that he's done. But he admitted it, and he's saying to people, and some people want to watch it now. For us being a booty bandit, and you is in denial, and you on social media, no, I just don't think you should be on any type of social media for us that concerned.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Now, let me let me ask you a Diddy question, right? All right, so now Diddy
Okay.
trial is officially over. Now they in jury deliberation, right? Now,
Uh-huh.
he beat up Cassie. He did a lot of stuff, but I still don't like he paid for swingers to come F his girl while he sit in the corner and watch, right? Now they
Yeah.
saying that's human trafficking because you was paying people from New York to fly down to Miami. You see what I'm saying? And so
Mm-hmm.
that's where they saying
Mm-hmm.
that that's human trafficking, right? So today
Uh-huh.
his defense rests their case, and they said Diddy is a swinger, not a trafficker. What do you think about that?
Uh-huh.
You yeah, do you think he is
I
just a
think from
swinger?
the evidence that they show, he's a swinger, because he was a trafficker, mean that you're going to do things, you're going to have people doing things unwillingly. Just because he paid
Mm.
them to come down, they was in agreement with it.
Yeah, they was in agreement. That's true. They definitely
They was
agree
in
with it.
agreement. So
And then
that nullifies everything that they say is because a lot of them, like Cassie, she's coming about saying things now, but she was a willing participant
yep.
until it got hot on the trail,
hmm
and now she want to recant her statement and everything. But it is what it is. You willingly, you willfully participated.
Yep. Yep. Now
So
see
don't
that?
get mad because now it made social media or you've been exposed and now you want to claim that you wasn't, but you were.
Oh, he forced me to do this. Nah.
No,
How
no.
was y'all
See,
together for 10 years? Like
yeah,
what?
and nobody knows about it. Nobody said anything about it. So, you know, that
Yeah.
does, that won't stand in court. The court of law, the Supreme Court won't listen to that shit. The lower courts, yeah, they probably will, but the Supreme Court is not gonna listen to that.
Yeah. I
They're
mean,
gonna
it's in
throw it out.
federal court though. It's in federal court.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So federal
So
court is not going to listen to it. Even the Supreme Court won't listen to it. He could have took it to that. He would have walked.
yeah. Well, we gonna find out. They still didn't drop the verdict yet to say guilty or not guilty. But
Yeah.
from what I see, man, he's definitely a swinger. He's a weird guy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he weird.
Oh
Know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I might even say
Mm-hmm.
he homosexual, gang. There's no proof that he effed a man,
Yes.
but he did
Yeah.
homosexual things, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm
Majority of
saying?
people that swingers, majority of the people that swingers, will participate in homosexuality. It's like the old days when you had the pimp and you had the whore. The pimp will tell the whore, say, hey, if you can't go get it, I'm gonna show you how to go get it. That means that pimp will do whatever need to be done to get the money. So I expect you as your pimp to go out and get it like I done it. Showing them, teaching them, grooming them. Like, hey, this how you go get it. And the pimp
Wow.
would do whatever it took to get that money.
That's wild. Yo, that is wild.
Oh yeah.
And that lifestyle is crazy, bro. But this what
Oh
it
yeah.
lead to. This what it lead
That's
to.
what it
All
goes.
these,
What it
cause
is.
you extra sexual.
Yes. Yes.
Know what I'm saying? That's why I don't be with
Yeah.
all that shit, bro. Cause it's like that shit can go down. You get what I'm saying? Like it's not
Oh yeah.
right. is first of all, it's
Yeah.
not right, and then what comes with it, you gonna have to live with that, bro. See what I'm saying?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
nah, bro.
Yeah. Once you stamp, it's on your back. Once you stamp that, it's on your back.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it can always
Ain't
be
no going
considered
back.
a sexual deviant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Especially the dude say
Yeah.
Diddy made him save the cum and then rub it on his nipples. I'm like, yo, this nigga
Oh yeah.
Diddy is weird.
Yeah.
He
And,
weird,
and
gang.
a lot of shit that they say it'll be fabricated, but hey man, a lot of it has some truth. Every fabricated lie got a little truth in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. Some of it was true, bro. He said that,
Oh yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
He said Diddy was
That's
sitting
what.
in the room with a
Yeah,
blindfold on for like seven
yeah,
months, and he never knew that was Diddy. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They would
That's why I say
call
it.
him in.
It's got some truth in it. Yes,
It's some of that shit is true,
Diddy
gang.
is considered a sexual deviant, man. That's what he
He
is,
definitely a
man.
swinger. Like he
Oh
definitely
yeah,
swings, bro.
oh yeah,
You feel me? But
oh yeah.
okay, okay. Let me get to
Hmm.
the next one. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. It's only like 4 or 5 more.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, okay.
We good.
All right. So this is kind of crazy. So you know about Birdman brother who allegedly snitched on all these people to get out of jail, but he really told on all the
Yeah.
he really told on dead people. But you ever heard of Terrence Gangster
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Right. So he got a viral interview right now on Vlad TV, right? And basically
Uh huh.
he explains how a guy in jail ended up having sex with his son in jail, not knowing that
Yeah.
that was his son.
Yeah.
Um, but they ended up in the same prison. Now, do
Hmm.
you believe this? Did you know about something like this? Like, is this even possible?
It's possible, but I haven't witnessed someone a father. I know a lot of fathers, sons, uncle and nephew in prison, and the only ones
Okay.
that would do something like that, man, they is with it. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah,
I want
his
you.
son is a flaming homosexual.
Yes. So yes. So yeah, it goes.
Yeah. That's
I know
crazy
a
ass
guy.
nigga.
I'm going to send you this guy's name, and he's been
Mhm.
in for about. He was on death row for 5 years, and he's off, and he's serving a life sentence now, but he's eligible for parole for every 5 years, and this is the daddy, and he's a harbor cadabra. When I say a harbor cadabra, he's a black guy, and he loves performing oral sex, especially on white guys. And I has his
What?
name and his AIS number. And his son is at a lower camp, and his son is a junior. So can you imagine how he feel, knowing that his father is
Yeah,
one
I
of
know
these
he
type
hurt.
guys?
I know he hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Word
yeah.
up, cause that shit would hurt my heart, bro.
Yeah.
Real
But make
shit,
sure
man.
you remind me to send you. Well, I'll tell you what you can do. If you can pull it up, you can pull his name up now because there's no secret in how we talk. I exposed their ass. His name is Edward DuBose, and you can pull
Edward
up on
DeBoer.
Alabama prison system, and you'll see him. Alabama DOC prison inmate. No, it can be Alabama DOC inmate search. ADOC inmate search. And his name is
Mm.
Edward DuBose, and he has like a 19 number because he was on death row, and that's why his number's so late coming in. He did like 5 years on death row, and I know him personally.
Okay, okay.
His
Nah,
name is
I'm doing
Edward
it off
DuBose.
my phone. I'm doing
Okay,
this off my phone so that it don't mess up. You feel me? But
okay,
okay, okay.
okay.
Nah, I definitely appreciate that, bro. Okay, it's like two more
What's up, Joe?
questions left.
I'm here, man. Yeah,
I'm chilling,
yeah.
man.
Okay, then. Yeah, we had a little disconnection then.
Nah, you good.
Okay,
I just need to ask your last question because I need to put it
okay,
inside this interview because I'm gonna drop the whole interview together. All right, what's your message to the youth, man? What can you tell the youth about prison life, whatever?
Well, let me start about life first. Is that it start with the family. To the youth that if you don't have a father figure for the single mothers, first of all, if you don't have a father figure, there's always somewhere you can go. You go to the YMCA. You can reach out. There's a lot of people on social media that is willing to help and aid you in your struggles as well. And for the fathers that's out here, especially the fathers that is not with the so-called baby mamas, don't forget about your kids, your children. Whether you have two, three, four, five different mamas that had your babies, make sure you're in their lives, man, because it's very important.
Right.
As far as the prison goes, it's a hey man, you got to look at this. Go for the old and the youth as well. That hey, one thing about it is already pre-planned before you land. They got a place to put you. So if you throw rocks to get in, they got somewhere for you to go. Trouble is easy to get in, and it's hard to get out.
And
You can always reach
that's
out,
true.
and you can
Yeah,
you can
that's the truth.
always reach out to these guys that's on social media, man. Whether they doing podcasts or not, reach out to these guys, man. Reach out to these podcasts, man. Let these let these people know, man, what kind of problems you have. Because a real man is not the one that can knock you out, but a real man is one that say, "Hey, I'm gonna turn away from a fight. I'm gonna seek some help." I'm not saying be no punk, but I'm letting you to know that hey, a real man don't have to pick up a gun